My boss asked me recruit unqualified people for a healthcare job. I used to work at a home health facility that did some pretty terrible things, but that's another story. I was hired as a caregiver, but my role was more of a combined performing the tasks of a caregiver and administrative tasks such as payroll, filing documents, contacting people of importance for our clients and facility, etc. All for minimum wage, I might add. But this was my first job, so I wanted to do the most so I could use them as a reference in the future. My boss is not very tech savvy and doesn't really understand the most efficient way to go about things. For example, she had us clock in and out using an Excel sheet rather than using a payroll system, because it was too complicated to set up. Nonetheless, one of the tasks she gave me was to send out requests for work to people applying on a certain job website. Rather than post the business on the website, she would just send requests to people that labeled themselves as looking for work. She thought this could save the company money and that this was faster than waiting for people to apply. If you've applied through a job listing website and received those pre-written, check out this job opportunity at X company. We were basically doing that. I thought that it would be more beneficial to sort the potential recruits in certain categories by using the site's keyword finder to look for applicants with terms like caregiver or behavioral health to yield a better pool of candidates. Doing this method of mindlessly sending out emails, I would pump out around 4,500 emails to qualified candidates, and we'd receive maybe 56 interested applicants, and of those applicants no one was interested in the job because of the abysmal amount of work that we had to put in. My boss was not happy and asked me to show her how I'd been doing this process. She told me I had to pick up the pace because I didn't hire you to slack off, but I wasn't. I was making sure we only got applicants that I thought would be either interested in this line of work or were experienced to give the residents the care they needed. She wanted more applicants? Fine. I turned off the filter and started sending out requests to all available people. Had a degree in engineering? Here's a request: past work experience as a line chef in a 5-star restaurant. Here's a request. I sent out over 2,000 of those pre-written emails in a day and before anyone asks. The site had this function that allowed us to put in a pre-written job description as well as my boss's contact information, so all I had to do was hit send. My boss came back near the end of my shift and asked how many emails I was able to send out. I told her, a little over 2,000. She smiled and said, "Do you see what you can do when you put your mind to things?" I rolled my eyes and clocked out. The next day my boss looked drained. Remember when I said her contact information was on those pre-written job descriptions? It turns out she had been receiving notifications non-stop, either through email when people reject or accept the job request, or when people call her to inquire about the job. She told me, "Why do I keep getting calls from people who have no experience in healthcare about this job? I just got a call from a security guard asking if the position was still available." Keep in mind, she can't just put her phone on Do Not Disturb because she's literally running a home health facility, so a call from a doctor or pharmacist regarding a change in patient care cannot be ignored. I guess she didn't get a lot of sleep that night, but that's not my problem, so I continued to send more requests that day. By the end of the day, I had to apply a filter that screened candidates who had not been active on the site for over a month just to get some new names to send to. I left shortly after this, and I still have that pre-written email that was sent to me before I started working there. I hope they are still as short-staffed as ever. So that finally explains why I got these bizarre emails saying it looked like I was a great fit for a job that I was obviously not qualified for. I mean, some were ridiculous. Apparently, with a master's in nursing, I am a great fit for a physics, biochemist, admin assistant, medical doctor, and even one for a nuclear power plant. And more. Lol. I always wondered how this happened. Seems like you were not the only one doing this. Man, good on you. Your boss sounds dense. It does suck because healthcare work is no joke, and unfortunately less and less people want to be a part of it. Heck, even the people a part of it don't even want to be in this field anymore. Do you see what you can do when you put your mind to things? Wow, what a condescending thing to say to another adult. Home health companies suck. Such important work that is soul-sucking and for zero pay and very little internal support. Good for you. I probably would have sent out 2K email every day of my last week there. LMAO. Recruiting hell. I hope they are still as short-staffed as ever. Yes. Hopefully those people aren't getting the care they need.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.